I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday.
The only sports I don't like is when they try to combine two sports. You ever see those, you know? And the sports don't even go together, you know? Like the guy will run a 100-yard dash and then fish. I want a dog do things for me, you know? Fetch my slippers and things like that, you know? Pitbull won't do that. I say, hey, Pitbull, fetch my slippers. You know, Pitbull go, I could kill you, pal. Norm, have you been flossing lately? And I go, yes, floss. With a string. Oh, yeah, floss. Floss, floss, floss. That's me, dentist. Floss. That's my nickname now, Floss. I was all the way in the back seat of a car. You ever been in the back seat of a car for a big, long trip like that? Man, that stinks, huh? The front seat, that's where you want to be, you know, right beside the driver. That's a good seat there. You know, you're second in command there. You know, you say, hey, the driver dies, I'll be the driver. You ever see that game show, The Dating Game? That's the oddest game show I ever saw, that show, you know? They got no prize in the show. They just give you, like, another contestant. That's your prize. Oh, hey, fellas, didn't happen to see you at this year's Emmy Awards. Again? Yeah, I got a question. Wasn't it great that after falling all those times, Tanya Harding finally won a gold?
I think you mean Dan Jansen's gold.
Yeah, didn't I say Dan Jansen? Yeah,
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Bye-bye.
I don't get it.
There's nothing to get. Bye-bye.
Oh, Mary, hey, good to see you there. Everything's at the library.
Oh, I love it at the library. Everything is so orderly and quiet at the library.
Oh, yeah, it's nice with the books there. Listen, Mary, let me talk to the whore. Is she around? Man, did you hear that? He calls me stupid. He just jumped into the polar bear cage, huh? Who do you think's stupid? A guy jumps into a polar cage? Or the fella people like to call Mr. Dictionary? Well, this is great. When I graduated first grade, all my father did was tell me to get a job. Hey, you want to feed that donkey some beer? Get it all messed up? I seen one guy there the other day in New York, a homeless guy, had a dog with him, you know?
Yeah.
And that's tough. You feel sorry for the dog, you know? I mean...
Right.
You know, the dog's not thrilled with the deal as he got a homeless guy. Yeah, we don't know a lot about the general yet. Kind of mysterious. Yeah? But that's good. American people love a mystery man. An anonymous drifter skulking out of the tall weeds on the side of the road. Hitchhiking away into Washington. Yeah, sounds like a fine choice. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat. What did you like best about the movie?
The dead wife.
Yeah. Now, Mr. President, one thing that I wondered about in the movie, would it really be possible for a president to sneak a woman into the White House, what with all the staff and the security, and not have any of them talk to the press?
What did you hear? John DeLorean.
It's DeLorean.
These are the drug dealers. And guess what this is?
That's the Coke? That suitcase, that whole suitcase? No, I'll give it back to him later. I'm just having fun.
Won't give it back to him now.
I think I said later, Drew. I'm trying to have fun. You're not trying to ruin my fun. I've had the privilege of meeting quite a few of you young people, and I learned something very important about the youth of America. I don't like you. At the White House this week, President Clinton officially came out against same-sex marriages. What's more, the president said he is not too crazy about opposite-sex marriages either. Okay, look, here's what we're going to do. You go over to me.
Hey.
What?
Did you really like it?
What?
The song.
Did I really like it? Yeah, I liked it. Hey, I like another song, too, you know? You know this one? It's called, While You Were Singing, I Got Stabbed in the Head by a Puerto Rican. Chong. You imagine such a thing, Paul Chong? Anyway, folks, tonight we got a great program. So you listed that you were a cashier at Kroger's Market in 1982 and 1983?
Cashier, huh?
Actually,
Yeah, you were never a cashier. In fact, you never rose above the position of stock boy.
Norm Macdonald. I can't tell you how many times I've seen you on Saturday Night Live and laughed.
Oh, yeah? Well, thanks, Stephanie. I can't tell you how many times I've seen you in the Victoria's Secrets catalog, and, well, let's just say I enjoy your work. Let's get on here,
Will you be hitching or giving a ride?
Hell, I'd do both. I could get a car easy. Listen, anybody out there needs a ride, I'll take him somewhere. He looks like my dad.
Whoa, Kevin, try again.
He looks a great deal like my dad.
What else is there to worry about?
Well, we're in prison, with prisoners.
So what?
So what? You know what prisoners do to each other all the time?
No, what?
You don't know?
Come on, we gotta go up there.
Are you crazy? That's a tiger. I'm jumping now.
Oh, you come on.
Try and stop me. Coming right up. One order of man, side of dog. Well, I was going to do nothing, but I thought I'd be too lazy, so I'm going to get drunk. He wouldn't think he was depressed if you saw him scarfing down that rack of ribs last night, I'll tell you that. Boy, the sheer joy in his face, it was like a kid that got a pony for Christmas and then ate it. I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job. And they felt the exact opposite. If you don't pay me now, I'm going to take this swizzle stick and I'll be shoving that right up your pee hole.
I'm sorry.
There's Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah.
He invented the telephone.
Right.
So he could call people up, tell them to come on over and see his cock, because he was trying to yell it out the window. It seems to me that what you need in your life is a strong adult male role model. Would you like that, Billy? A strong adult man?
Are you coming on to me?
I guess I stepped into that one. No, we should just pretend it didn't happen at all. That's what we did when my grandmother got pregnant by the neighbor's boy. What'd you make this cocoa out of? Crap?
If you want me to make it again,
Sorry, Lois. It's my fault. I just assumed you were going to make it with milk, not crap. And then Miss Croc. I remember she showed up. She ran in, and she'd just been taking a bath, so she was nude. Of course, naturally, this upset everybody. Those giant puppets are really cool, but one of them grabbed my ass backstage, and that is not cool.
Norm, your show's not on now. It's on next.
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't tell ABC, but I like to have a few beers before the show.
Yeah, like they never noticed.
Yesterday, when I saw you eating that prune, I was very careful not to point out the coincidence of you eating a shriveled up old fruit. Stupid bootleg tape, I'll tell you something, man. The bootleg company better be careful. Because the name bootleg is becoming synonymous with shabby quality. Hey! I got another question. Hey, doesn't this guy deserve a fair trial?
You, back of the mob.
Back of the mob? What? This is my spot. I came early. Could you leave a little for me? Because technically it is mine. Just a thought. I'm just a simple guy, and I don't want you to do anything for us, okay?
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to get you tea right now.
I don't want tea.
Well, you're getting it.
he actually talks to them?
No, he doesn't talk to them. He gestures to them, uses body language, eye contact. You see, with animals, it's all nonverbal.
No, he actually talks to them.
You know how gay guys have the gaydar? I'm like that with dumb people. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Hey, I could have a conversation with you, man.
You tricked me!
Weird, huh? How could I have tricked you? I mean, you're 10 years old, and I'm 50,000. You might need this. I'm going to be having sex with 72 hot virgin ladies. Just one more thing, fellas. I just wanted to tell you. I would have done it for 50! When this union told we man hares that we were to stop having intercourse with underage girls, I strongly disagreed. But I did not stand up. I'm ashamed to say. I stood down. He likes you, or who are you pretending to be?
Can't you see that just for once I want to be normal?
But you're not normal, Maya. You're a Doolittle. Hey, can I join one of your twosomes there?
No.
Oh, you mind if I just stand here and urinate all over the four of you? Anyway, Earl, I want to thank you for making me a better person. Maybe if somebody had kicked my dad in the nuts years ago, he wouldn't have been such a mean guy, and my mom wouldn't have hit the highway.
Wow, that must have been tough seeing your mom leave.
No, she didn't leave. My dad threw her out of a moving car.
He has something we want.
Yes. And what would that be? A slow and painful death, perhaps?
Santa's sack.
And does he also have the Easter Bunny's basket? Okay, check it out. Raggy, that's my Scooby-Doo. I know it's all part of skip day tradition. You sign in, then you skip out. A little fuck you to the system. Nothing wrong with that. That's what makes America great. No, but Bob has a beautiful face, like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower.
One time, long ago, it was a cold winter and the little one was hungry. So I went out to find food. When I came back, they were all gone.
You got some sauce on your nose.
I did? Where?
Here, I'll get it.
Whoa. I knew being sloppy would pay off someday, but...
Little chubby?
What? Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why am I acting like a douchebag again? Well, there's a simple explanation to that. I'm a douchebag again. Give me a famous Chinaman for doing it.
There is no Chinaman category. And there would never be anything that offensive.
Who is Pat Morita? Congratulations, George. That's awesome, man. You got cured of AIDS.
I didn't have it.
Hey, let me get you a cocktail. Hey, not an AIDS cocktail, regular.
No, I don't want it.
Boys, come here. Let me give you a piece of advice from my own life, huh? If you're going to smoke, don't do it face down in a pillow.
Making love is a beautiful thing, Diane. Never forget that. A beautiful thing. You know, a gal should never say to a fella, why don't you shoot that hot cum all over my dirty asshole? That's not love. Fact is, I've been killing the $2 and $4 games at Indian reservations all across this land. But now my secret's out, and they no longer let me play. I watched the show, and I must say that it is a clever combination of basketball and a bunch of The book focuses on the religious side of the evangelical young player, and it has the working title, I've turned down more ass than you've ever seen. Ever tell you about the time I blew a dog for a pint of gin? Oh, yeah, I did tell you.
So is this your first date on mysoulmate.net?
Yes. Assuming it's really happening and not some sort of terrifying nightmare. All this technological shit has gotten so far past me, you know. I'll be taking a picture, you know, of my kid or something. I'll hear people go, hey, man, look over at that guy. Is it my imagination? He's taking a picture. Look what he's fucking using. A camera. Hey, buddy, you never heard of a phone? They tell you gotta learn your ABCs. But what they don't tell you is you gotta learn them backwards while balancing on one foot with a flashlight in your face while some guy you went to high school with calls you a punk on account of he became a cop and you swerved a little and hit a fire hydrant.
Yeah, you'd probably be right. Anyone up for a little adventure?
Ah, jelly. I spent the whole morning rounding this car up, putting $2 of gas in it, which I'm not even going to charge you for. A thank you might be nice. So you can see how desperate every one of us are for the Panda Warrior to come back and rescue us as he did before. Now all I have to do is put on this hood and look at that. Now it's time to go visit Victoria's Secret. Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. I think the reason I most look forward to China ruling the earth is that all of their last names sound like slang for cock.
But don't laugh.
Never.
I swear to you, if you laugh... I like tap dancing.
Remember this, if you remember anything. Do not fiddle with your keys over a grating. You know, this whole spelling bee thing is way more exciting than I thought. I mean, once you've seen naked showgirl boxing a kangaroo, you think,
There's no way you're going to be more entertained than that. But this is a close second. What's that, Lassie? Woof, woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof, woof. Oh, you got raped. The youth ministry group is under fire after putting up a billboard that quotes Adolf Hitler. To be fair, they did pick his most inspirational quote. You really think that's an interesting fact? Really? Like, you really think that's interesting? Because the fact that you really think that's interesting is the interesting fact. Tiffany Daniels calls herself Sucking Daniels. I'm kidding. It doesn't say that. I just gave her that. But it does have her home address. What do you say we swing by after us? We here are mere utility infielders. But right now, I'm going to introduce a man.
Right now?
When's that going to happen? Right at this moment. You told me Jesus didn't love me. That one hurt because all the kids at Sunday school always said, Jesus loves me. So I thought, man, this Jesus guy loves everybody. What's his beef with me? I'm saying if I had the guts to come out of the closet, he'd be the guy I'd go to first.
Yeah!
J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
What does Jessica think of me?
She adores you. She's just waiting for you to make the first move.
Really?
No, not really. Why does nobody get it when I do sarcasm? If you love something, set it free. If it tries to leave, aim for the legs. You tell Patricia that whenever your balls are involved, it is not a minor procedure. And whenever your balls and cutting are involved, well, then that is a major procedure, very major. Okay, ladies, take your clothes off and start punching me in the face.
Sorry, carry on.
Hallelujah. Wait a minute, you have two more kids other than the two? Are you trying to tell me that somebody you 4 times? Come on. I'm starving because I ejaculated a ton last night. That's why. And I wasn't masturbating, if you know what I mean. Huh? You root for your team on the outside and you poop on your rival's team on the inside. I call it Lil Rivals. And the best part is you're teaching your kids to hate early. But I think probably most rapists are hypocrites. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A lot of guys go, I like to rape. I don't give a fuck. I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but I like raping. Go, goddamn, at least he's not a hypocrite. To celebrate nominees for their wonderful work in Canadian cinema and television, which is a lot like celebrating the Northern Lights. You probably haven't seen them, but you've heard they're amazing. So last night I went to Club Super Sex. I chose the soup. Big mistake.
Guess what else I did, Glumshanks?
You formulated a plot to finally defeat the Skylanders.
How did you know?
Shot in the dark. I've got this fin, right? So obviously I'm a shark. And I use bubblegum bubbles to blow my enemies away, for I am the almighty gum shark. I'd like to take this moment to say I endorse podiums. That's a product I can stand behind. I know the Bible says not to covet thy neighbor's wife. Right. But it doesn't say a damn thing about coveting thy neighbor's husband, especially a sweet, hot fucking asshole. We need somebody to fight the wars, and old people, they need something to do. They're gonna die soon anyway. This way they go out with a real sense of purpose. We had to make a no hardcore porno rule because the last guy fried the computer. I'm not allowed to tell you his name. We call it the Dave Rogers rule. If you ever have a large pile of soil that you need to move from one location to another, I'm your guy. Just in case that ever comes up.
Yeah.
Harrison Schmidt. Now, who ever heard of him? Meanwhile, he goes all the way to the moon, hangs around there for a while, and comes back. He's not famous, but a girl with a giant ass is famous.
Nice to see you again, too.
Oh, what was that? Sarcasm. Yep, definitely sarcasm. Finally, my dream of a life of academia. Skylands Community College. Here's Glumshanks.
I'll continue working for Chaos, acting as a double agent to let you know what he and Strykor are up to so we can stop their evil plots before they even begin.
Just let me take you out on one date. If you have a crappy night, I promise I'll never ask you again.
Yafet, no. Besides, we're incompatible species. It's impossible.
There's more where that came from.
Get out.
You guys can't handle the thought of a gelatinous person in charge of a department.
Yafet, that is not it.
This is so racist, man. You're so friggin' racist.
I am not. I have several gelatinous friends.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Wait, 'twas? What's 'twas? Is that short for it was? What kind of rush are you in, man? You can't just say it was. Oh, you saved a lot of time there, fella. Oh, don't come at me with that it was stuff. I got things to do. Got to get down to the donut shop.
Have any of you been drinking or taking drugs of any kind?
No. I have. I did a little coke. In 1979, I stole $400 million from the Albanian mafia. I got away with it clean until 1989. I bragged about it to a Lithuanian whore. But you guys know what bubble wrap is? Well, I'm making bubble wrap clothes for old people because they're always falling down, breaking their old bones. But if you wrap them real tight with bubble wrap, they're protected.
Did you just threaten me, Bug? You've been a real thorn in my scales.
Call me old-fashioned, but I long for the days when wives stayed at home and only cost 3 goats. Take everything you know about bread and throw it out the window. Okay? Did you do that?
I did.
Great. Now, let me tell you about a little invention I made. Bread.
I've been evil for way longer than that.
I can personally vouch for that. I have the fractures to prove it. I guess one benefit of being Chaos's lifelong punching bag is I have no feeling left in my body. He's really good.
I know.
Seriously, I thought this was gonna suck, but he's really good. What do you want?
Yafet, it's me, John.
John? John who?
From the Orville. We served together for years.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. A piece of me got blasted off last week. A little bit of my memory was in it. You're a postman in Smearensburg, which is on an island, cut off from the world, frigid, cold, angry, violent neighbors, and this is home now. Are we starting to connect the dots? My asshole is so raw, it's just red and raw from all the damn diarrhea. And I will go to that Hooters up there, get sauced, and give one of them busty gals a nice big hot tip. Even if we could power him up, his internal memory is shot. He'd be an empty shell. He's gone.
This whole thing is a complete bust.
Yeah, I thought these things were supposed to be ragers. My guilty pleasure is finding elderly gentlemen and shooting them in the leg. That's just a joke. That is a joke. I felt it was time I tell the joke, and I think it may be in my contract. I come from a long line of death.